Hey, Thomas from Field Tennis. One of the most common questions I get on the serve is how can I get more power on the serve? So players believe that if they get more power on their serve, that's gonna solve all their serve problems. So sure, if your serve is very weak at this point and the returner has a lot of time to pick their targets and always attack you, then yes, you need more power on the serve. But there's a level at which point the speed of the serve is not really a key. So unless you serve really fast, let's say above 180 kilometers an hour, or let's say above 115 miles an hour, 110 miles an hour, unless you can serve that fast, you're not gonna do much with a faster serve as you improve your level of play and your opponents improve their level of play. So here's a little example. I'm going to whack the serve almost as hard as I can, and maybe I'll put some rotation so that I can put more serves in, and you will see what happens when you have a skilled returner. What happens with those kinds of serves. I will not do much unless I hit a corner. Then I'll also give you a close-up of my body urban that you see that he's not time pressured at all, and yet I'm almost, breaking my shoulder to try and hit as hard as I can. Yeah. And so that's something that's sometimes very difficult for players to accept, because as they were progressing from 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, and they were improving the speed of their serve, the effectiveness of their serve also improved. So they were forcing more mistakes as they were serving faster. But once you get to around 4-0, 4-5 and higher, the returner also gets much better, and they are able to handle these fast serves without any problems, unless you really hit the corner, which is very difficult with the fast serve. Go. So you have a very low probability of hitting the corners and the lines with the fast serve, and it's only then that your serve is effective. Yeah, if it's on the line, yeah, corner is good. So my point is that once you get to that higher level, the speed of the serve is not the answer. What is the answer is variety or unpredictability. So in my experience, as I played myself and I also coached club level players, I realized that their serves are very predictable. There is not much variety there. And when their serve first or second is very predictable, the returner can get into a groove. The returner gets used to the serve, and the serve is then really not effective. And so the key is unpredictability and variety, which causes the returner to always guess, never be sure where the serve will go. So I'm not saying that you're going to hit aces. When you serve at 100 miles an hour or a bit lower, you're not going to hit aces. But what you can do when your serve is unpredictable with a lot of variety is you can force errors and you can force short balls. And that's what you want, because forcing a short ball off the return gives you the advantage in the rally. You are the first to dictate, and that gives you a higher probability of winning the point. So what I want to show you today is that I personally use 22 different serves. When I played, I want to show you these 22 serves. 18 of them are quite logical, nothing special about them, and 4 of them are a bit more difficult to hit. You have to be quite precise. but if you work on them and you hit them, you're going to make a big difference in the effectiveness of your serve, even if it's below 100 miles an hour speed or below 160 kilometers an hour. So let's first start with the simple 18 serves. How do we get 18 different serves? Well, if we start on the Deuce side, I can serve out wide, in the body and down the tee, so that's 3 directions, and in each of the 3 directions I can serve 3 different serves. I can hit flat, slice and topspin. So I have 9 different serves to Deuce side and 9 different serves to Ad side. So I'm gonna use this basket now. I'll try and hit all the serves to show you. Maybe I will not show you all the serves that I serve. It might take me a bit longer to hit a specific serve, but I'm gonna try and hit all the serves, all 18 serves that you see that it's possible to vary the serve that way. And you can use this variation oftentimes as a first serve before you master it. So if you're not very consistent with the serve yet, you can use it as a first serve, but later on when you become better, you can also vary your second serve a lot, and that's how you prevent the returner from attacking you every single time. So I'm gonna start out wide, and I'm gonna go always first. I will always go flat serve, slice serve, topspin serve, so I'll keep going until I hit all of them. Then I'm gonna move to the body, so in the middle of the service box, I'm gonna go flat, slice, topspin, then I'm gonna go down the tee, flat, slice, topspin. So now I want to explain the 2 special serves that are difficult to hit, but they are very, very effective. So assuming that we split the service box in 3 areas like this, so this is down the tee, in the body and out wide, assuming the serve is coming from that side. So let's talk now about the slice serve, because it curves a little bit. So if I'm serving to the Deuce side and I hit a slice serve here, the ball is just gonna curve a little bit towards the returner, and they're gonna get a very comfortable return here. So if they're here, they get a slice serve that's curving from there a little bit to them, and they start it here, they're gonna get just a nice return. So if I hit a slice serve here, somewhere here, or here, they're gonna get the ball just nicely on the racket. If I hit a slice serve here in the middle, the ball is gonna curve a little bit this way, and they can just wait for it. So from here, they just wait for it. So what I'm explaining is what a skilled returner is going to do when they see a slice serve. So they're going to read the slice serve even based on the toss, based on the sound, based on the racket movement and so on. They're going to read it's a slice serve. So if they're waiting here like in a normal position and they see a slice serve coming right in the middle of the service box, they know it's going to curve a little bit to their forehand. So what they're going to do, they're just going to wait. They're not going to panic, they're going to wait. It's going to curve to them, and it's going to come right here. The slice serve that goes right in the middle of the service box is going to curve to the right-hander's forehand perfectly. And this one here is going to curve to the backhand perfectly. So of course this one is very effective, that's going out, but I already showed the wide serve. I want to show you one special serve that's very difficult to hit, and that's the serve here. In this area, if I can hit a slice serve here, the initial ball flight goes towards the backhand. So the player is reading the ball on the return, they see backhand, so they go backhand, and then the slice curves into their body, and then they're jammed. Then they have to block the return, they can't swing. So I have to hit here, somewhere here, a slice serve, and this slice serve is gonna curve like this and jam them. So on the return, they're gonna go backhand, and they have to move away and block the return, which means the return is not gonna be so good. So many times, of course this is difficult to hit, you have to practice to have such good accuracy, but many times I would combine this type of serve with a serve and volley. So I would come to the net because I knew that their return is a block. So it's gonna float. Sometimes I would get it to my feet, but most of the times the return would float because they wouldn't really think that I'm also coming to the net. They would have too many problems with the return. So again, they would go like this and like this. They would, or even if they play slice, they would go hop, block, and I'm already at the net finishing the volley. So this is the special serve. So on the deuce side we go with the slice so that it curves into the body, and on the edge side we go with the topspin. Okay, so let's take a look at the situation on the edge side. If we go with the topspin serve, because we can achieve the same thing, we can jam our opponent. So again, assuming quite a skilled tennis player, 4-0 and higher, if we go with the topspin serve here, they're gonna read it. So let's say right-handers now. So if I hit here a topspin serve, they're just gonna get it nicely to their forehand. If I hit here, right in the middle of the service box, from there, a topspin serve, it's gonna kick a little bit out wide, and they will just wait it out. If they're experienced, they will not panic, because the ball landing here, even though it seems like it's coming in my body, it's going to bounce a little bit here. So an experienced player is just gonna wait for it. So it's gonna come perfectly to their backhand, it's not gonna pull them wide. It's just gonna come to their backhand, they're gonna wait for the ball here and return without problems. So what we need is we need a kick serve here, right here in between this one and this one, for the same reason, because the initial ball flight is gonna go more to the forehand, so the player is gonna react to the forehand, and then the ball is gonna kick a little bit out wide, and they will be jammed like this. So they're gonna go hop, hop. Here they're gonna waste a lot of time recovering, and again you have an opportunity to dictate. You can play open court, you can wrong foot them, you can come to the net. So again, this is very specific serve. You have to go right into this area with the topspin kick type of serve, and the opponent will be jammed. Again, I would combine this many times by coming to the net, because they're gonna need a lot of time to recover from that loss of balance, and they're gonna just block the serve back, and I would volley to open court. And the last two special serves that are very effective in junior tennis, club level tennis, is serving really from the side. One of the first one that did that was Agassi on clay courts at Roland Garros many years ago. He would kick the ball out wide and then start dictating. Now some players sometimes do it, like I've seen Cecchinato this year, so 2021, I've seen Cecchinato, who was playing a fourth round, I think. He was serving from here. But you can go here where you would actually serve like in doubles, and you try to kick the ball out wide, and what you will realize that your opponents are not gonna really understand at what angle you can serve, especially the first few times. They will really underestimate the kind of angle that you get with this kind of serve. So they will usually just wait at the same return position, and then if you hit that serve, it's gonna stretch them wide a lot. And later on, even if they get used to the angle, they still won't know what exactly to do with that serve. Hitting down the line is very risky for them. So they're gonna put the ball back, and now you have the open court. So again, we're not looking for aces or winners, we're just trying to get the first advantage in the rally. And if your opponent starts in the doubles area or even wide of the doubles, surely that's a great advantage to start the rally. So I'm going to give you a bit different angle now. You're like a returner. I'm serving from this side. I'm gonna go out wide with the slice serve. So again, I invite you to experiment with these serves. I found them very effective on recreational level. Don't be afraid to try them, and you will see how much you can do with the unpredictability of the serve, with variety of serve, and not really with power. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.